Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Let us all praise their choice. The dance of investiture will take place without delay.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time. It's not that I object to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent, but it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
It's time to put him to the question. Whenever you're ready, Corvo.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
Renovation of cult.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, you know, looking through the lock. I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe? Corvo, under other circumstances, I assure you I might welcome your advances. But rats, plague, and tyranny have a way of killing the mood.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense. There will be some these trying times, and preserving the timeless beauty of us.
Say what you will, the royal physician knows his wines.
It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
I could use a drink. King Street Brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight, the timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I swear I never saw her face. Although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city. And perhaps the Empire itself.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
Consider seeing Piero before we set sail to the grand ball. Maybe need some potions or arrows or whatever you use. The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready? Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
Restricted to invited guests only, by request of the local landowners. Unauthorized intruders will be expelled or apprehended on site.
Corvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the executioner? Wealth, beautiful women in the latest fashions, laughing and drinking Tivian wine? And what of the host, Lady Boyle? I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies tonight at your hand, or she'll live out her days, month after month, year after year, far away, even as her fine clothes wear into tatters and her silken hair gets dull and gray. Half the city can see the lights from the party, and they dream of the delights inside. Will you tear it all to pieces? Either way, it's Lady Boyle's last party.
And that's a crime?
Wait for it. A couple of overseers were passing, and they had one of their... you know.
The music boxes.
So she stopped singing as they passed,
And they thought she was a witch.
you should have seen it. Ran right through the rose bushes and tackled her. Dragged her back to that abbey.
And they call us stupid.
We had to get a notarized letter from the Regent himself to get her back. But she hasn't been the same since.
I'm not surprised. I've heard stories.
She won't talk about it. One of these days I'm gonna take one of those zealots apart myself.
I'll be right behind you. Should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Indeed, I believe so.
City get any worse?
Chances are very good.
Invitation.
Maddie, don't chase after that. You don't know what's in those buildings.
No place is safe anymore.
I should cut them out entirely. All of them.
Oh, yes. They're going to wear the same costume in different colors, and we're meant to guess. Another of their eccentric fancies. I suppose we've no choice but to play.
It's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be inexpressively tiresome.
If you're not going to have fun, maybe you should go home.
I'll struggle on. Once we locate the wine.
Harold takes pride in being difficult.
As much as you take in being easy.
Shall we go in?
Emma insisted we meet her out by the curb.
Well, I'm going to catch plague and die waiting out here.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Why don't you wait here, as any gentleman would, and we'll go inside and make nasty remarks about Emma's style. Or lack of it.
Well, we know I'm no gentleman, so you might as well make them here.
You have to feel sorry for her. She's only here to ask for a handout.
She must be desperate. When have the Boyles ever given anything away? Maybe she hopes she'll win the game. Life is so boring. I'd die without gossip.
We'll probably die anyway, waiting for him.
Invitation, please.
Which part?
Any of them. My damn, that's annoying.
Right this way, sir.
Teach him to best me at cards. The half-wit.
Ah, Mr. Bunting. Just had someone here pretending to be you. Welcome.
Another party game. It was fun. Oh my, that's wicked. Who made that mask for you? It's exactly like the wanted posters.
That's going to cast a pall over the whole evening. I think I'm starting to enjoy myself.
Welcome to the Boyle Estate.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night?
Yes, of course.
Yes? Pendleton? What's he got to say to me? Pendleton is a gutless, lying sack of shit. I hope he's paying you well for this. It's damn cold tonight. Hurry up, and let's see what you're made of.
Lord Pendleton's representative will select his weapon. A contest of honor will take place between this anonymous gentleman acting for the challenger, Lord Trevor Pendleton, and Lord Shaw, the challenged party. You will each turn and proceed to the marked positions and remain facing away from each other as I count down from 3. You may then turn and fire
Get
at will.
on with it. I'll kill this fool and we can all go back inside.
Sorry, my lord. We shall proceed. Stop. Stand right there. 3, 2, 1.
Impossible! Black magic! And that's another patron dead. What do we do now?
It's lucky we're in demand. I hear the Estermonts pay top coin. No use trying them tonight. Let's see if we can find a little brandy. Let the Boyles clean up the mess.
Please
The
enjoy
party's
yourself.
indoors this time.
Inside. Hello. The Boyles hope you have a wonderful time tonight.
Careful. We tried for a peek upstairs, and the man on duty is an ass.
I should have taught him some manners. This party is a sham.
I'm sure he's just doing his job. A party like this, anyone might have crept it.
Should we gather for
Excuse
whiskey and
me, my
cigars
cousin
tonight?
is a
Never
Marquis.
doubt.
Of course I don't mean you, but people are desperate, and the Boyles are awfully wealthy these days.
Nonsense. Waverly just hires officers from the watch.
You? A gentleman?
I'll have you know I'm as gentle as I need to be in any given situation.
Welcome to my party. I don't believe you've had the pleasure.
Don't be silly. The rumors say, go ahead, help yourself. I take everything I can carry. They'll never miss it. You there, stop that. You're a scandal in that mask. I like a man with poor judgment. Would you get me a drink? I'd be so grateful.
What most people don't remember is, the rats came a half a year before the Empress died. And the plague, too.
Are you sure? That's not how I remember it.
If something caused this, it's not the Empress's passing. That's what they want you to think.
Watch what you're saying.
I say nothing against the Lord Regent. He's the only one holding this together. It'll make us... Excuse me. Ricardus claims he memorized the litany on the White Cliff in a night. Is it possible?
Yes, yes.
We found out what the whales could do when it made us an empire. Then excuse me.
Come and entertain me. Thank you so much. Now, how can I thank you? Are you playing Lady Boyle's guessing game? Well, I know for a fact that Waverly's in white tonight. Perhaps she's pretending to be a virgin. Additionally, Lydia's in black.
Hello, sir. Welcome to the Boyle
Stop
Estate.
at once.
What can I get for you?
Evening, sir.
I'm getting peckish. We should have the girl bring food.
Hardly.
You should see this as an opportunity. Go ahead, take it. Everyone does. I had a servant sew me an extra pocket. Can't say they didn't have it coming. Filth. I know your mission tonight. We must speak. Privately. I'm a friend of Pendleton's, and I've done a few favors for your cause. I know your purpose here tonight, and how to say this, your target is the woman I love. I swear that if you'll bring her to me unharmed, you will never hear of her again. There's a cellar directly below the kitchen. I'll wait for you there. I'm not proud of this, but surely it's better than seeing her killed. Her name is Lydia. I won't harm her, I swear. I'm a man of means. Just bring her to the cellar, and I will keep her safe with me. Forever.
Welcome to the party.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Chances are very good.
Yes. Do you? Tell me. You're very clever. Now tell me yours. Save my life. From what? Are you ill? You
Doing
remember
all right there.
who's who, don't you?
Okay, move it along.
No guests past this point.
Things have become so much better for us since the rats came. Not that I'm in favor of it, morally.
Where is she? Hurry and bring her. You found her! Quickly, let's get her on board. Last, oh my love. Someday you will understand. You'll never know how happy you've made me. Someday she'll learn to appreciate me. After all, she'll have her whole life.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Enjoying yourself?
Rat! Damn you! Get back!
Doing all right there.
Ooh, scary mask.
Welcome to the Boyle estate.
Hello, sir. Ooh, scary mask.
Beat it! You shouldn't be here.
Seem interesting. I love that mark on the back of your head.
If you like your teeth, you'll cut that out.
hope you enjoyed your evening, sir. But we'd best be on our way. Quickly.